Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I am gonna get straight to the point and tell you I'm gonna go on the keto diet for 30 days. However, I want to start out this video by giving you all a little warning about the next couple minutes of this video being a sensitive topic. So if you don't want to hear about mental health or the struggle of eating disorders or anything like that, or you're afraid that that might be triggering for you, I will put on the screen a safe place to start the video. I just want to give you all the option to hear this next part because it does get a little deep. I do tend to share a lot online. So if you're uncomfortable with that, go ahead and skip to that part of the video where I'll actually be talking about the keto diet itself. Generally, I don't talk about my weight that much because it's never been something I'm super comfortable with. Having a small and brief history with eating disorders has made me feel a little uncomfortable with my body, and even though I do not have the eating disorders anymore, is still kind of there. I'm still self-conscious about my weight, let's say, and I'm very aware of my weight and monitoring my body in a way that one probably shouldn't if they were completely mentally healthy. You know, I like to wear baggy clothes. I hate it when I wear tank tops and people can see my arms. I don't think I've ever filmed a YouTube video where you could see my arms fully exposed. In middle school, I had some experiences with eating disorders. It never got that far, so it never turned into a really big deal. Although any eating disorder is a big deal, don't get me wrong. But it never advanced to a stage where we had to get someone else and needed to go to a doctor, that kind of thing. A year ago, my mental health was improving about my body. I was starting to wear more skin-tight clothing and not caring about any rolls that would show through. I started to be more just positive about it all. But then last summer I gained 20 pounds in 3 months, which is crazy for me, especially because the weight seemed to come out of nowhere. I didn't change anything in my life to really cause that. I was eating the same stuff. I wasn't changing my exercise. It was all the same, but I was gaining a bunch of weight really fast. I was desperately trying to exercise and diet to stop the weight gain, but it just kept going no matter what I did. And looking back at it, I was pretty depressed that summer, so it makes sense if I gained weight from just depression alone. But they were kind of feeding each other. So I was depressed, I gained a little weight, I think, and then the weight gain made me very depressed, and it just fed off each other, right? I'm 5'9" and I weighed 155 pounds. And then in one summer, I gained 20 pounds, so it was around 175. And then that's when the weight gain stopped. Like all at once just stopped without any change again. I had been constantly that 155 pounds for so long that huge change really rattled me. So I wasn't in the best mental state. I was obsessing about my weight. So much so that I was weighing myself 3 times a day, which I know is ridiculous. But at the time, it was just, I'd walk into the bathroom, saw the scale, and had to weigh myself. And then 6 months later, I started getting stretch marks without gaining weight. So that was really hard. And it's kind of hard for me to look back at pictures of me when I was smaller, because I remember at the time, I thought I was so chubby, but I wasn't. Since weight and body fat is such a sensitive topic, I want to be very clear. Just because I don't like my size right now doesn't mean if you are bigger than me, you are not beautiful. That is not what I'm saying. I don't need to be stick thin, and I don't want to be. I just know I'm not the happiest at my current state, and that it can be improved because I've been at a better state before. And basically, I'm just trying to reverse the weight gain that I got from having depression. I'm not saying that will happen. It won't happen in a month, but at least maybe this keto diet could kickstart things. Maybe I'll really like it and continue it for longer. Okay, let's talk about the keto diet itself. So I first heard about this diet from my dad, who was on it for a while, and he lost 20 pounds in 2 months. The keto diet is a low-carb, high-fat diet, and depending on your body, you limit yourself to 30 to 20 net carbs a day. Net carbs being total carbs minus fiber. Now, what's great about this diet is supposedly it's really filling, and you don't really have to count calories, which is something I struggle with all the time when I'm trying to diet. The reason this diet works is because it puts your body in ketosis. Consuming such low carbs puts your body in a state of ketosis. When your body is in ketosis, it switches from using carbs as a primary source of energy and instead uses ketones or fats as the energy source. Now, this diet has a decent amount of benefits, including fast weight loss, improving skin and acne, and it supposedly gives you more energy. However, there are known side effects. If you've heard of the keto diet, you might have heard of the keto flu. This doesn't sound fun, but in the first week, your body adjusts to using fat as energy. And in this time, you can expect to see a number of symptoms, the main ones being fatigue, brain fog, headaches, I cannot talk. Holy crap. All stuff I feel like are similar to the symptoms of withdrawal of caffeine or sugar, but you don't eat sugar in this diet really, so it makes sense that you feel that way. If you wanted to do this diet, I would definitely recommend doing your own research on it. There's a lot to read, and definitely looking into the foods that you can and can't eat and deciding if you can do that. I'm a little nervous to show the internet my current state of my body, but let's do it. Okay, it's been a week on keto. I'm giving you a quick update before I leave to work real quick. I've lost 7 pounds in a week, but now I'm starting to plateau, which from what I've read is normal. In terms of differences in my body, I definitely feel like less bloated in my stomach. I feel like you can kind of see curves a little better. The only spot I see a difference is my stomach, and I think that's just water weight. I didn't really go through the keto flu. I'm in ketosis now. But I mean, I felt a little crappy, but it wasn't anything like I couldn't handle or it'd make me quit. I think I felt like just really tired, and like anything I did that would caused me to be physical, I was so tired and I had no endurance. I am starting to crave things for sure, and I'm starting to crave like deep fried stuff mainly. Not really sugar, but like deep fried crunchy stuff. And it's been a week and I'm honestly already sick of meat. Like, I normally don't eat that much meat, but I'm already sick of meat a little bit. Sorry that this is a really small update. Gotta go to work. See you week 2. Alright guys, it's week 2 and I've lost 10.5 pounds since I first started. Obviously I've slowed down a lot since the first week in weight loss, but that's because the initial week is a huge drop in water weight, and then after that it's actual fat loss. So whenever I do decide to go off this diet, I do have to expect to gain 7 pounds back, because that's what I lost from water weight, so I kind of have to expect to gain that water weight back when I switch back to carbs. I know in the first week I was quickly running to work, so I didn't tell you a lot, but I've been craving carbs. Not that much, but a little bit. Mainly fruits and veggies. I've been really craving fruits and veggies. Not so much like bread or anything. My body is visibly different, as in it's not bloated anymore because of the water weight loss, and I have been tracking measurements around my body, and you'll see that at the end when I do compare everything. I don't know if you can tell. I feel like I can tell, but I have way lower energy. I thought I was going to get higher energy at this point. I heard around the 2-week mark you do, and I'm a little late on this update, so it's over 2 weeks. But I've been so tired the past like 5 days. I did start feeling really weak when I started working out again, and that kind of sucked. I felt like I couldn't lift anything. I was taking really intense notes for a class, and my hand kept getting so tired, which is super weird. But it's like my muscles and everything are just so much weaker, even my hand muscles. I even doubted I was in ketosis because I was feeling so little effects. But I obviously am. I've dropped 10 pounds in the past 2 weeks. So it means something. That's not normal. As for food, I have been completely successful of limiting myself to 20 carbs a day. At first it was really, really hard. I should have talked about this the first week, but I forgot because I was running late. But yeah, it was really hard in the beginning, and then it's just easy now. It's really easy to not eat that much carbs, but it's like you're limited to just a lot of meat and cheese. And you can have some veggies, but you can't have like something you might be craving. I really miss fruit. That's what I really miss. You can't really have a lot of fruit. You can't really have any fruit. In the past week, I've had a couple of moments when I really wanted to quit the diet. just because we were out. Like last weekend we went to Newport, which is a beach town where you can do stuff. And we went to the zoo and where else? Oh, OMSI. So there's a lot of good food like ready for us. Like, and when I say good food, I mean like street food, fried food, just food that is kind of unique that I don't usually eat a lot. So I was kind of really upset that I couldn't eat that. Alright guys, I think that's enough for week 2. Okay guys, it's week 3. It's a little later than week 3. And sorry for like the crappy setup and the crappy lighting in my face. I just got off work. But I do have some updates about keto and they're not like good news. I even wrote notes down because I've had such a hard time remembering everything. But yeah, I'm dizzy a lot whenever I stand up. And I know like some people when they stand up they get dizzy and it's like, oh, that's normal. But this is every single time I stand up and it's like a wave of dizziness hits me and I almost fall over kind of dizzy. So there's that. I still have really low energy. You might be able to tell by my voice. I don't know. My skin has not improved like, you know, the claims of skin health. I know that probably will take more than a month on keto to happen, but I just thought I'd mention like I haven't seen any skin improvement. In fact, I've seen worse skin. So yeah, I'm really craving fruit, obviously, because it has sugar in it, but more so than like chocolate or any other kind of sweets. I lost 12 pounds so far in total, but now I'm stalling. So now my weight is leveling off and it's not really going anywhere. So it kind of sucks, but I've heard that that happens after the 3rd week. So yeah. Sorry if I'm like all over the place and not even looking at the camera. I'm like, I don't know, I can't think straight. It's like after work and I had a shoot today. Oh gosh, I have to talk about that. So I might end keto early for 2 reasons, and I think they're pretty valid reasons, although I know some people might disagree with me. First of all, I have a rash. I got a rash, which is the keto rash, which I didn't even know was a thing until I had it. But I had a feeling it was related to the diet, and I looked it up, and yep, keto rash is a thing. It's kind of rare. It mostly happens to women, if it does happen. And it can happen on your chest or your back, and it's like acne, but it's really itchy and it's like close together. And of course I looked at the pictures, and the pictures are horrible and disgusting and not exactly what I have. I just have a really small area right here on my chest. I can't really show you because it's my cleavage and my boobs, but but it's like this big right here, like this big, and it's really, really itchy, like super itchy, and it's just red bumps. So super unusual and really annoying. It's healing now. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still really annoying and painful. Another reason I might end keto early is because today I almost fainted. And this kind of, I don't know, this might, wow, I can't even talk. This might make more sense now that I've actually thought about it, but when I was a kid and growing up, people have always, well, people as in my parents and my grandparents have always like hinted that like I have hypoglycemia, but I've never been tested for it, and I hate self-diagnosing myself. So I'm not going to claim that I have it, but the people who are around me all the time really suspect that I have it. So there's a theory that I have hypoglycemia, which is not good on the keto diet because you have no sugar. So that might explain why I'm really dizzy, although the keto flu says that you will be dizzy during the keto flu, but I really didn't experience the keto flu, and I'm way past that point, I think, to be feeling that way. Although I could be wrong, it could just be all a part of the keto diet, but I think it has something to do with, you know, the theory of me being hypoglycemic. And today we were out on a shoot, and I was shooting in the sun, and I was carrying around a camera with some gear on it, and so it was a little heavier than I'm used to, but we were filming stuff on the farm, and it was really hot and there was sun, and so already it's like a lot. And then I remembered that I only had 3 carbs so far that day with breakfast and lunch. So that kind of sucks. Because I was already like starting to feel a little like really tired and really dizzy. And we were doing this shoot from around 1 to 5. And I wasn't eating during the shoot or anything. I wasn't dehydrated. I had water, but it was hot. And at one point we were standing and talking after the shoot, and I started getting like a little dizzy, and I thought I was gonna throw up. Like I straight up thought I was gonna throw up. But then all of a sudden I was hit with this like huge wave of cold. And that's when I realized, oh, this isn't about me like being nauseous. This is like I'm about to faint. And I almost handed my camera off because I was so like lightheaded and dizzy, and I've only felt that way once before, and that's when I actually fainted. And so I felt this for the second time, and I thought I was really gonna faint. I didn't, thank goodness. Yeah, so I almost fainted. I don't know if that's anything to do with the diet, but it might have to do with me maybe being hypoglycemic and only eating 3 carbs that day so far. So I came home and ate a couple berries, and I am already feeling a little better. But that might be a reason to end the diet a little early. I'm supposed to end it, let's see, today's Wednesday. I'm really late on this update, and I'm supposed to end it Sunday, but I might end it early. I might end it tomorrow if I feel like it. So you can probably tell just by my hair, but I am done with this diet. I'm over it. So I am ending 4 days early, and it's for the reasons I mentioned in the week 3 update. I don't think it's worth the physical symptoms that I've been experiencing, so I am ending it just a couple days early. And I know I talked about being hypoglycemic in my week 3 update, but I'm not sure if I am. That was just like, I'm guessing, and I don't know if that would even cause problems with the keto diet. But I did find an article on the Men's Journal that said the keto diet may work well for some people, but if you have hypoglycemia, you're not one of them. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know the credibility to that, but it says it can be dangerous if you have hypoglycemia. So the big thing here, and everyone wants to know, is how much I've lost. I've lost in total 13 pounds. Today I woke up and I was 159.6. I started out at 172.3. So that's pretty good, I would say, for a month, although some of that's water weight, and I have to account for gaining some weight back whenever I do start eating carbs again. So in total, I've lost 2 inches around my waist, 1.5 inches around my chest, 1 inch around my arm, 1 inch around my thigh, and 1 inch around my hips. So that's good. I really like that. I feel a lot better when I look in the mirror. I'm not stick skinny. I still have some pudginess on me, but I'm totally fine with it. So probably the best part of keto is the weight loss. I mean, it's really hard for me to diet in general just because I want to see results right away. And if I don't see results, I'm not motivated to keep going on the diet. So you really see results quickly, and it's very motivating. The worst part of keto for me is how tired I've been. I've been so tired, and I shouldn't be this tired. I'm not doing that much. But I've just been low energy for the past month, and it hasn't changed. So I know it works for some people. It just doesn't work for me. Like, I almost fainted the other day, and that doesn't happen to me very often. So I'd be a little careful starting this diet. Definitely do your research. So this video definitely took a weird turn at the end. I definitely didn't expect it to flop this badly. But you know, I did lose some weight from it, and overall, I don't know how I feel. It's kind of like I have mixed feelings about it. Okay, well, I think that's it for this video. I don't know anything else I can say other than just be careful if you want to do it yourself. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias to keep up with me in between videos. All right, guys, I love you to end the space back. Bye.